Hello and good evening. My name's Miss Gerard Shankly, Dalglish Anfield Cop, and I'm a 55-year-old clinically, medically vulnerable, chronically ill and physically disabled female who is homeless, has been put on the streets because I spoke out for, or spoke up for myself. I've had a history of sexual abuse from being adopted as a baby, given up. I don't know my dad, all I know he was Polish sailor. I'm desperately seeking accommodation, and I've got until the 8th until I have to leave where I've been put up for a week. I think because of the cold weather. But my hemoglobin's dropped below 70. I'm anemic. I have to have blood transfusions. I've been read my last rites with COPD. Well, I went in with pneumonia. Then had a respiratory arrest on day 5. Went to intensive care, was chewed, brought round, given 24 hours to live. A vicar came and read my last rites, and I'm still here because I think on my bucket list one of the things was to see Liverpool win the title. First time in 30 years. And the next thing on my bucket list is to get a signed shirt from Jurgen, as I lost £4,000 worth of signed memorabilia over 35 years. Because the place in Torquay that I was living at, I had to leave due to domestic violence, assault, and whilst I was being raped in London, where I went on to next because I was homeless, I found out that my flat had been burgled and £9,000 worth of stuff. My whole life, my electric bed because of my disabilities, my recliner chair, my TV's 32-inch and a 65-inch QLED, my Sky equipment, phones, mobile phone, laptop, basically £4,000 worth of signed memorabilia, a Suarez signed boot, a Coutinho signed football and shirt. The shirt is framed. By 8 squad shirts from different seasons. I've met many a player. I've got about 2 years left to live given the state of my lungs. I could well be back on the streets, sorry, excuse me, on the 8th, and I'm vulnerable, and I'm COVID free, and I've had my first jab. I'm due my second one this month, but I'm reaching out to especially all the Liverpool Football Club fans who are a family, and I am part of that family given that I started supporting the club at 6 and now I worship them, and I have many tattoos on me worshipping the club, and it's on my medical records that Liverpool Football Club is my religion. And I'm 55, clinically medically vulnerable, chronically ill, physically disabled. I've got a deformed left arm stuck like that. I can't make a fist. These are my tattoos, as you can see. I did a tribute to the 96 that died. Flame either side, Gerard, the crest, Olympic Flames, Stevie G. You never walk alone on my neck, and a big one on my leg, which isn't finished yet. I'm 55 years old and in desperate need of any type of accommodation that will allow me to have a pet, as pets have been my family, as I've had no family for 43 years. And since they stopped my support 3 weeks ago, 2 years ago, only 3 weeks ago, I took a massive overdose, which I thought was going to kill me, because I can't cope on the streets. The weather would take me within 2 nights, and I was going to go in front of a train, but I'm hoping that somebody will reach out and offer me that chance to live out my last couple of years. Rent paid for, obviously, directly to the landlord stroke landlady or council or housing association. I'm quiet, I'm tidy, I'm clean, I'm courteous, I have manners, a sports science degree, worked almost 30 years of my life from 13 in the sports industry. I'm 55 now, medically retired, and begging anyone in the country, if they have a room, a studio apartment, has to be furnished, because basically, you know, I've lost my life, and those £4,000 worth of Liverpool memorabilia were going to be auctioned off and sold for charities. I would never have sold them. And I also request that could possibly Jürgen send me a signed shirt, as I've lost everything. But the immediate task is trying to find accommodation anywhere in the country. I think the further away from Exeter, the better. And if anybody does have anything, could they please contact me at the earliest, ASAP really. I'm absolutely desperate. But you Liverpool fans, you're a family, we're a family. Please, at least one of you, be a family and offer me a bed. Rent will be paid direct to you. And yeah, please, I beg you. I don't want to have to go in front of a train, but I've tried everything else and I'm still here. But my health, physical health is declining, my mental health will decline further. And I just beg that if there's anybody out there who can offer me a studio apartment, a ground floor flat, I have to walk with a stick, that is furnished and that will allow a small dog, because I'm on the waiting list for a support dog, which will take about 6 to 8 months. So I wanted to get a rescue dog in the meantime. But if anyone can offer me anything at all, anywhere in the country, you've seen what I look like. I don't have any savings. I can't do a month's rent in advance, but I can do it over 4 weeks whilst staying with you to prove that I am genuine. I can get a reference, and all I have is a bag of clothes, and even they're not winter clothes. And I've already gone in twice with hypothermia, and then now again it's just a revolving circle. So I reached out to especially the family of Liverpool Football Club. There's thousands of you all over the world. Could one of you please at least help a vulnerable 55-year-old poorly female to offer accommodation, furnished, that would allow a small dog, which would be my family and my company, and I always respect other people's properties. I anti-back, I'm in a hotel for a week. I have to pay my own benefits, and I have nothing to buy clothes with. So I just have some tracksuit bottoms and that, so I just don't survive the night. I'm picked up by an ambulance, and I don't want it to keep happening. It's either somewhere is offered to me, or I go in front of a train, because that's the sure way I'm going to die, and be out of pain. You know, I grew up being abused. I've been raped 6 times in my adult life. I'm vulnerable. I got kicked out of the Red House, 2 Whitton Village Road, Exeter, because it's full of drug addicts, and I was bullied there. And I spoke up for what I thought was right. And I got kicked out for telling the truth and saying things that they didn't like to hear. But anyway, I'll love you and leave you, and wish the boys well midweek against Rail. It's got to be a win, boys. And if anybody out there can offer me a secure placement, flat, apartment, anything that allows a pet, please contact me ASAP. God bless, and thank you all very much for watching and listening. And my name, by the way, legally, after I was read my last rites in intensive care 4 years ago, is COPD. I find it hard to breathe. Ms. Gerard Shankly Dalgleish Anfield Cop. That cost me £99 to change by default in the London National Office. So please, if anybody can help, please contact me ASAP. Thank you. God bless.